people are accusing Mountain Dew of creating one of the most racist and misogynist ads of all time. Slate.com reports that Mountain Dew recently released 3 ads featuring a crazed goat voiced by rapper Tyler, the Creator, who is also the mastermind behind this project. The goat's seen attacking a waitress, and he flees a cop, and he's in a drunk tank, and it's really, really offensive. If you haven't seen it, here it is.
All right, man, we got them all lined up. Nail this little sucker. Come on, which one is he? Point to him.
It's me. You should have gave me some more. I'm nasty. Keep your mouth shut.
No.
Keep your mouth shut.
No.
I'm gonna get out of here and I'm gonna do you up. Keep your mouth shut.
I can't do this! I can't do this! No! 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 No!
She's just got to do it.
Yeah, that actually is the worst ad I've ever seen.
I mean, it's offensive just because it's creatively bad.
Yeah, no. It's funny because I want advertisers to take a lot more risks. I think they're way too conservative overall, but that is so over the top. I mean, for me to say, hey, stop taking risks,
right,
you've gone way over top. And look, here's the thing, right? Tyler, the Creator, is black, so like everybody in the lineup is black, and and the goat is speaking, let's keep it real, with a African American dialect. Let's put it that way, okay? And the guy says, the cop says, pick the one with the do-rag. I mean, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
But to me, that wasn't nearly as bad as the misogyny. I mean, I felt viscerally like sick to my stomach. Yeah. Like, oh, ha, this is funny that the goat is trying to intimidate this poor woman who's been beaten up?
Yeah, I actually felt the same way. I'm like, obviously it's racist and it's stupid, but the fact that there's this woman in a neck brace with crutches, with bruises all over her face, who's being intimidated by a goat saying, I'm gonna get out of here, I'm gonna do you, like, that's not good. That's not funny, it's not creative.
They say sometimes that if you put it in cartoon characters, for example, you can get away with more than if you had real people saying it. Apparently that doesn't apply to goats. Okay. And this Tyler, the Creator, is supposed to be funny, and I'm so uncool for not being hip on how awesome he is.
Right.
And apparently he raps about rape all the time.
Hilarious.
Ha ha!
Yeah.
And look, and you know what? I give wide berth to comedians, so 9 out of 10 times at least I'll be like, hey, listen, man, it was bad, he shouldn't have done it, but he's a comedian and you got to take a certain amount of risks, etc. None of this was even remotely funny, and I don't know how you can joke about rape and be funny, but okay, I'll keep an open mind.
Right.
But within what we just saw, we know it wasn't funny. It's not like it's theoretical. It was right there.
And it wasn't like, oh, I shouldn't laugh. Like there was nothing in me that felt like it was going to get a chortle out of me. And then, of course, people are just crazy over this. One woman, Dr. Boyce Watkins, she's a social commentator, she said, Mountain Dew has a set of new low corporate racism. Their decision to lean on well-known racial stereotypes is beyond disgusting. This doesn't even include the fact that the company has put black men on par with animals. And then, of course, there's the misogyny factor, which is really, really disgusting. And it's just not funny. I have heard all kinds of sick, horrible jokes that I'm like, you know what? I hate it, but I also hate that I think it's funny. This is just not funny.
Yeah, I get creeped out by this guy. Look, I went and saw this skit at a comedy club. I think about it within a year of 9/11, and it was this comedian who was just going off on Muslims, and it was hilarious. Okay, now look, my family is Muslim. It's not like I hate Muslims by any stretch, but there's a way to do it and have it be funny and not malicious. Whereas this seemed definitely malicious. And so there's also the question of, can a black guy be racist? Since a black guy created the ad, is it by definition okay? But no, I mean, you're a whole company and you're all checking off on this and saying, we agree, let's go forward with this. And I mean, it's like getting a black guy, it's like what Fox News does. Well, I got a black guy to agree with me that, all other black people are terrible. So, I mean, it's Sean Hannity 101. Look at my panel of black people who totally agree with me that black people suck.
Yeah.
Right.
And what's the angle? You know, that's what makes a comedian, because he goes in and he takes an uncomfortable situation, or she, and finds the angle that nobody else has thought of, that makes you think, that surprises you. There was nothing surprising about this. There was nothing thought-provoking about this. It didn't even make any sense.